China's coast stretches for 9,000 miles, and when the wind is right, there's a fairly good swell. But the sight of folk having fun in the waves is quite exceptional, for in this country of 1.3 billion souls, very few take to the surf.
And it's still a real virgin industry. We've seen it grow slowly but surely. And yeah, we're really confident it's really going to get there as the more and more Chinese take to it. But no, it's still a baby.
This is arguably the launch pad at Sanya on Hainan Island, one of the few dedicated surfing shops in the whole of China. You might wish to note that groups of this size are usually foreign tourists. While Chinese from Taiwan and Hong Kong have surfed for generations, certain aversions, particular to the mainland, have stymied the sport's popularity here. Unlike these Russian holidaymakers, many Chinese feel out of sorts on the beach.
A lot of Chinese don't want a suntan. A suntan means you work outside, which means you're poor. One of the major drawbacks of getting Chinese into surfing is that they can't swim very well. They're not comfortable in water.
And there's also the question of cash. It would take most Chinese around 2 months' salary to buy a surfboard, or 2 days' wages for a day's hire. A growing number of Chinese, however, are comfortably well off, and they want a lifestyle that their parents could only dream of. High on the list is quality leisure time, and the chance to take up the kind of aspirational sports they watch others enjoy. Up to now, just a few Japanese tourists or expatriates on the mainland would try out the waves. But with the aspiring middle classes now taking up outdoor pursuits, the growth potential is huge. The sea and all it can offer, including activities new to China, forms an integral part of the marketing strategy for the latest 5-star brand to open its doors in Hainan.
6, 7, 8.
With the island aggressively developing tourism under the heading China's Hawaii, Le Méridien at Chimay Bay is the first resort to focus on, you could say, pulling guests to the island with wave power.
There is a surfing subculture in China, particularly amongst the expats, based on mainland China. They've probably held off on choosing us as a surfing destination because of the lack of quality, 5-star accommodation. So that's definitely a market that we want to, try and tap into and really promote.
Over to the world's factory, Guangdong province, and Dragonfly Sports, which can make around 60,000 surfboards annually, mainly as a subcontractor for US brands. Mass-produced boards, for those new to the waves, occupy around 1/3 of the global market, and 6 production lines in China make most of them. This company is now itching for the Chinese to take up the sport to help compensate for the global downturn, or actually more.
Would not just make up for the slack. Actually, I think we might even take over whatever we can produce, to the developed countries now. So, it just depends on how well they can catch up with the sport. If they do, then sky's the limit.
And this also means there would be opportunities for specialist board shapers, the kind who set up near the surf to produce bespoke, high-performance surfboards for the more experienced. And this is one niche market that doesn't exist in China. Here's a reality check. It's early days. But then trends can develop very quickly in China. And as the urban middle class now outnumbers the population of North America, surfing could well be the new wave.